Today we're going to look at the game between number 9 ranked Tennessee and number 4 ranked Michigan State. We're going to look at 3 things that we can hopefully learn from this game and take away going into the regular season. Let's go. The first thing we're going to look at is from Tennessee's perspective. So Tennessee ran a 5-out offense, which I think they switched to last year, and I really liked the look of it, frankly. They had some very good possessions, some solid offenses getting good looks at the rim. So here we can see that they put pressure on the rim, essentially just having like a little dribble handoff, a little motion, and then a slight ball screen, but even kind of ghosted it slightly. But that just gives a little bit of space where you can get downhill, and the 5-out means that there's no rim protection whatsoever, which leads to an easy look for Tennessee if you don't have somebody help down. But if you do have somebody help down, then what do you have? You have a wide open kick out to a corner shooter. And these types of shots are my absolute favorite, probably just period across the board. Anytime you can get the ball inside and move the ball then to the outside, you're going to get really good looks from 3. Those are the kinds of 3s you want to shoot, where that's just essentially a step right into it. You see the rim, basket, and it's a clean pass right to a shooter. And we saw this time and time again with Tennessee, where there was a real point of emphasis on their offense. Get downhill, get to the point, paint just a little bit, and allow Michigan State's overhelp to give open looks on the perimeter. They hit a bunch of 3s doing this and got really good looks from 3, more importantly. Same thing, even though it's kind of in transition, get the ball to the inside, force the eyes to go to the inside, and miscommunication slightly in transition, and open 3. And even though he misses it, that's a good look regardless. So then let's switch to the Michigan State side of things. And one thing Michigan State liked to do, especially when they were struggling in offense, especially at the beginning of the game, they were down quite a bit just at the start. They like to get the ball into the post and allow that to create the offense. Whether that worked one-on-one or whether that looked for getting open shots on the outside, they routinely went to that when they were looking for an easy basket. And this number 22 is a major part of their offense. And his presence was felt on the offensive and the defensive end, but him being able to be a post presence even on missed shots was something they went to routinely. And then we're seeing their offense again. Again, you can see the seal right here, and even when that's not available, what do? They reverse the other side, and they immediately seal again, clearly showing that's such a high point of emphasis of their offense. One thing to note here is Michigan State playing with 2 bigs is kind of not something you would normally see in today's day and age of basketball, but it worked for them pretty well in this game, especially when they went inside to create that advantage. And then lastly, we're going to go back to Tennessee again and see that this idea of this 5-out, the concept of we're having spacing really well, running off ball screens or running off down screens, creates opportunities not just on the perimeter like we saw earlier when you have drive and kick to the outside, but it also creates opportunities because you're worried about the 3-point threat for simple passes to the inside. It just makes a good read. 2 players, if we go back, 2 players go with this player right here because they're worried about his shooting ability, which means there's somebody wide open under the basket. And this just is essentially a sign of a really good offensive system when you have the outside complements the inside complements the outside, and they both feed off each other to get better looks. And then so right here, same concept. When you have good drivers, you just run a little bit of motion. They're worried about your perimeter shooting, and so there's got to be communication here. Just get one step downhill and a nice finish at the rim. So as the ball gets reset here, we can see, again, that's a beautiful, beautiful play. The ball gets reset. They're worried about shooters on the perimeter, so they got to close out to what this shooter is, and then 2 simply reads it and back cuts. And you don't have a whole lot of help in the paint because the shooters are spaced around the perimeter, which leads to another easy bucket. Anytime you can get easy opportunities is a major win. Okay, so again, what do we see? As soon as they get set in transition, it's 5-out spacing, looking for any advantage, turns the corner slightly, and then punishes it. They overhelp. Michigan State is known for helping defense, essentially a pack line defense. Kick it out to the corner for a wide open 3. Love it. Complements the offense beautifully. Then lastly, let's look at the final 2 minutes or so. So first thing, Michigan State buries a critical 3. Down 9 right here. Again, transition. They're great at transition. Kick the ball to the outside. Contested look, but a good look. Okay. So in this situation, Tennessee is up by 4. One thing that really kind of frustrated me throughout the game is there were so many fouls called, especially in the second half. You can see both teams are in the double bonus, and they were in the double bonus for a long time. So Michigan State, obviously you got to play presser defense. You got to do something to try and force turnovers and or quick shots. Tennessee, you want to probably take quite a bit of time off the clock, get a decent look at with somewhere below 10 seconds on the shot clock. Again, we can see this 5-out spacing we've been talking about. Ideally, you want to get something to the rim. Michigan State's playing good defense. And a nice move with the step through right there, however, is unable to finish the gimme at the basket. So Michigan State's ball. Now, I'm a big fan of looking for either you got to get an immediate 2, or I'm a big fan of just simply getting a good look at a 3. Michigan State gets the rim, not a good shot. Going off balance, left, I don't even know which hand that was with, frankly. But that being said, Michigan State crashed the boards really well, got the rebound. It was a very physical game, lots of good boards. Ball moved around, but you got to be Michigan State. You got to have more of a priority. You got to be going. You cannot be waiting until there's 10 seconds in the shot clock. So get to the rim nicely. Again, lots of fouls called, I've said, but you get to the rim, force the referees to make a tough decision. Buries both free throws. Again, we're going full court. Another foul called. Tennessee makes one of them, so we have a one-possession game. So again, right here, Michigan State, you're going quick, and I think you're going for a 3 is my particular belief, but obviously there are many schools of thought. But you got to do something quick by and large. Give yourself more time on the other end. A great take to the rim, frankly. Just creates a little bit of separation. Nice little jab step. See how simple, like this little moves right here, just one jab step to the right gets freedom where you can go downhill. Love that. Okay, so we got a 1-point game. Tennessee needs to get the ball in, no shot clock. So you just got to get it in, essentially maintain control of the ball, and you're probably going to get fouled, which he does right there. Buries both free throws, clutch shooting by him. Up by 3 again, Michigan State calling a timeout. So as you have the timeout, you were thinking, what do you want to discuss in the timeout? You probably want to drop a set to get a good 3, given that you just used a timeout for it. Okay, so we're creating a little motion, a little ball screen at the top. And like I said, another foul call. Like, I don't know. I let the kids play a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so he misses the second free throw, or misses both free throws. Tennessee gets the rebound and immediately the free throw line. Tennessee now up by 5, going to be a tall task for Michigan State. Got to get an immediate 3, essentially. And what do? They call a foul? Yeah, okay. So we just move the ball ahead. Michigan State somehow manages to get this steal right here. That was great. Kicks the ball out. And he hits the tie. So what happened right here? Just a little bit of scramble situation. You just got a 1 in that situation. They assume the referee's going to call it, but you can't. And a great pass by 5. That's kind of underlooked. He's aware of where everyone is, and that's a great pass. Tremendous pass. And a great shot, obviously, to tie the game. Tennessee. And this is my least favorite part. Like, I get it. This is a bump right here. Oh, but you cannot call a foul. I don't know. Is that how you want to end the game at the free throw line? I personally don't want it to end at the free throw line. It seems kind of anticlimactic. Misses the first one, but hits the second one. And so we skip ahead. Michigan State throws the ball. Tennessee steals it on the inbounds. And that is our ball game. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like and subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.